So we've applied the bike protection product after we've hosed it all down, let it drip off dry, applied this, and now you can see here, this is what it looks like whenever it's actually dried off. We've just left it for a few hours like to dry, and it comes up with this fantastic shine. Wheels are the same as well. So what we're going to do now is put the wheels back into the frame, and I'm going to show you how to reassemble the chain back onto it and then lube the chain, and that's the job complete. So we're now going to fit the wheels back into the bike again. So again, before you start, if you haven't already done this, we've got to remove the gear mechanism back out to its outer location, so back to the shifter and shift it out like so before you start to reinsert the wheel again. As we said before, it always has to be in this bottom position, and at that point it's the same point of position for removing the wheel as it is to reinserting the wheel again. Just drop it down into its position and just make the adjustment to the rear screw and tighten it up. And the front one is a straight fit. You don't really have to do anything, you just fit it straight in the way you took it out. And close up the screw again like so. So the last piece now that I'm going to show you is to refit the chain that we took off. And at the outset when we were taking it off, I had said to you that we used a little tool that looked like this, which had black handles on it. This is the tool with the red handles that reapplies it, because it works the opposite direction to the one that removed it. So these two little pliers and the little speed link is really the only things that you need to be able to remove the chain and do a clean job like this on the sprockets and the drivetrain, which are the most important pieces. So here we are now with the chain cleaned, as you can see. Again, dry as we dried it off with a cloth just to take any of the excess water off it. These are the little speed link pieces again, which you see have turned out to be incredibly clean. And we're going to now start to refit the chain, which is a very simple process. So let's start to fit the chain. So we just unravel the chain from its cleaning. We always start by threading it onto the outer chain ring at the front like so. You thread it backwards, right? And make sure that you can pick it up from through the front gear mechanism like so, so it slides through like that. Set it onto the ring and just slowly thread it backwards like so until you have almost all of the chain through. Right? Thread it behind the backstay and set it onto the smallest cog at the rear. Wrap it in round behind, so the first jockey wheel, the chain is going clockwise. Right? Catch the end and thread it back up through the jockey wheel in between the two. Just gonna thread this through here like so, and on the bottom jockey wheel it travels anti-clockwise. You grab the end and just thread it all the way through like so. So the first jockey wheel clockwise, the second jockey wheel anti-clockwise. That leaves you with the two ends like so. So this is the first part of the speed link. So as we said when we were taking it off, one fits to the inside like so, and one fits to the outside on this side. So hold it with your thumb like so, grab this one, pull the gear mechanism forward to the two pins line up. So because this speed link here is worn a little bit, as we've used it before, sometimes they just click into the place without the pliers, but we just double check it and then we set the pliers into its place. Make sure that it's locked firmly into its place like so, which it is, and that's your chain rejointed again. And as you can see the difference in the colour now, you can see the silver chain and the gold link, which was all black and full of crud like before we started. So effectively you've ended up now with a very clean chain that can run on very clean chain rings and on very clean sprockets, so there's absolutely no dirt or grime that's been carried in a, let's call it a grinding paste method, that's going to destroy all the components. And that brings us to the very final piece now, which is where we're going to put some lube on the chain again, and that will dry off. And again, it's another fantastic product from Muck Off that I'm going to show you here now how to do that. Okay, so now we're just going to come to the very final piece. We've inserted the chain, we've made sure it's locked. Just going to use an old microcloth, and we're going to use some chain lube. Now the best way to ensure that you're not wasting any of your product is to start at the split link that you've just inserted. Hold the cloth like so and underneath, like so that the chain actually runs on top of it. Give it a little shake, and then just make sure that using the little point that's on the can, that it runs along the top of the chain so that the product actually goes down into where the roller links are. So we start at the link, and we start here and we go backwards as far as we can see, like so. Don't remove the cloth from where you are, because that's the position where you finished. Go forward to the chain ring and start again and do the next section, like so. So you're always doing the next section and you're not wasting any product. There's no overspill, and the chain is getting completely saturated in product, which will dry off, and there will be no residue that will actually spin off when you start to ride it.